Welcome to Tender Heart.
A kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal. Jerry was a homeless guy that lived in the streets for more than 10 years. He was always asking for money in the same metro stop. 12 hours a day, no matter if it was cold or warm, he was just there, sitting with a cardboard sign that said, "If you could only give me a few cents, you would already change my day." With his looks, with a beard and a wool hat in winter, with a beard and no cup in summer, he was not receiving much money from the pedestrians that passed by his side. Laura recently moved to the city since she started working for a startup company in the software industry. She took the metro every single day and stopped at the same location. The same location where Jerry was. Laura didn't get him any money but, instead, offered him always a piece of fruit, bread, milk or sandwich that she may carry after work. After a couple of weeks, Laura and Jerry became some sort of friends. Laura would stay after work for 15 to 20 minutes with him and would help him ask for money, something she never planned to do in her life. Jerry explained to her why he was in the streets for so long. It was kind of a typical story. His wife divorced him, he went into full depression and got addicted to alcohol and drugs. Except now he was cleaner than ever and only wanted a small amount of money each day to survive. Laura spent the following 2 weeks thinking about what she could do for him, but didn't seem to reach a solution. Coming back from work one evening, she accidentally let a paper note drop out of her pocket before she left Jerry. When Jerry realized, he tried to catch her but unfortunately her metro already left. Jerry looked at the paper and saw something that brought him good memories. He put the paper into his pocket and called it a day. The day after, when Laura sat next to Jerry, he gave her the paper, which Laura had forgotten about, but thanked him. Once home, Laura looked at the paper again and saw that something extra was written on it. It was the solution to the coding problem she was using for the interviews for her potential new employees. Except no one could solve it so far. But Jerry did. She went to bed knowing that the following day she would bring some good news to Jerry. When Laura arrived at the metro stop after work, Jerry was, as always, sitting in the very same spot, with a donut in his hand and his cardboard sign that changed to the following text: "Homeless software engineer in need of a job, please leave some coins for a haircut." She smiled at that almost immediately and sat next to him. Laura obviously asked for the first time about his job experience and it turned out that Jerry had been coding for several years. Laura then offered Jerry to come to her place so he could take a shower and sleep the night there. She would interview him the next day for a position that required lots of experience in coding in the very specific field that Jerry happened to be an expert in. He rocked the interview and Laura's boss was also very happy with Jerry. They hired Jerry and he could not be more happy about it. After 6 months and due to his excellent results, Jerry was promoted to manager of a small team full of inexperienced people, which he led with determination and good practices. Since then, Laura and Jerry have become best friends and colleagues. They would meet every week for dinner. Laura and Jerry, together with the other new recruits, have helped grow the startup company exponentially. Sometimes a helping hand is all it takes to turn people's life around. We end the story with a quote by Steve Maraboli. A kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal.